Welcome to Season 5 of Sailing Seagull South. Remember, if you like our content, to give us a like and a subscribe, or even share our videos with others who might enjoy them. This is the first episode of the year, taking us north from Hartlepool to Blyth, taking in Sunderland and Newcastle on the way. Keep watching to find out what our plans are for the season.
Hi, we were just reflecting on what our plans were for the coming season, 2024, and then we thought, well, what did we do last year? So we've had a look, and we think we did about 1,400 nautical miles between April and September. We visited 51 new ports. We had 51 passages. And we visited 33 new ports, which we were really pleased at, because that's what we like doing the most, is visiting new places. We anchored and stayed on mooring buoys much more than we normally do. We were either anchored or moored on mooring buoys for 33 nights, which is great.
I thought it was 38.
Could have been 38. I've just looked down then to look at the stats, and it was actually 38. Now, it's good job we got this on video, because this is the time when Tish is actually right, which is a bit of a treat, really.
It's a very special moment for me, that. Very special.
It's very sad for me, but okay, you can talk now.
So, really, I think our plan is to try and spend less time in marinas. That's our hope, isn't it? And for 2024, we are heading north. So, as you know, we start in Hartlepool, and we're heading north up the coast of England and Scotland to Scotland. From there, we would really like to go and visit probably the Orkney Islands and Shetland Islands. We're quite sort of excited about doing that. Yeah, we'd really like to go and see those places. But also on our wish list is the Caledonian Canal, and to complete our circumnavigation of the UK, which we started doing, and we've done most of it now. So just to finish it off, it just feels like the right thing for us to do. So that's what we want to do. Other destinations?
On the wish list, it's sort of... It depends on how you define the United Kingdom as to whether you get right round it. So if we include the Hebrides, the Outer Hebrides, and St Kilda, we'd kind of like to visit there as well.
Yeah.
And we'd really like to do the Caledonian Canal, wouldn't we?
Yeah. So we can't decide whether to go up and round the top, and then through the Caledonian Canal back to this side.
So up and round the top of Scotland.
Yeah, up and round the top, or whether we go up to the Caledonian Canal through and do the Outer Hebrides and St Kilda and places, then come round the top of Scotland, do Orkneys and Shetland. It's a difficult decision for us, really, isn't it? So we're going to try and let the wind and the weather play the biggest role in making the decision about where we go. I think we learned quite a long time ago that we are much happier sailors when we go with the right weather conditions and just do go where the weather takes us, and not try and make a plan and stick to it regardless of weather. Yeah,
it's much more relaxed if you go with the weather. So that's the plan. That's as with all plans, the wheels generally come off within about 5 minutes. But
that's our starting plan. Yeah. That's where we're gonna.
And now we've told you. That's it, we're committed, so we can't get out of it now.
Yeah, so we'll probably go to Norway.
Norway, yeah.
Yeah, Norway next.
Norway looks good.
Who knows? Could be anywhere. Well, we're off, and the skipper is on the helm. We're all very rusty. Things aren't quite as slick as they were after the winter. I've managed to get the lines in and tie them on. Fenders, however, are quite sloppily just chucked along the deck, as you can see through the spray hood there. They're all down the deck. But I'm out here, I'm having a great time. I just need not to feel sick on my first few trips, so I have to take it easy. Getting our first glimpses of Sunderland port. I don't know if you can see it, but if I move over a bit, just between the two wires coming down from the mast from our spreaders, you can see the lighthouse, red and white stripy. That is on the north side. There is a little pierhead on the south side, and we're going in there. That's our next stop. Well, that's it. We're through the harbour entrance. There's a lighthouse. You can just see on the other side there, we came through that gap. Heading around. Big wall, nice little beach over there. Well, we've come into our berth, and there was a bit of debris near the front. I think the tide has turned, and this is the debris that was near the front, drifted out. There's even an old Christmas tree in that lot. Look at it. So, we've arrived in Sunderland. This is our berth. You can still see that Christmas tree floating by at the back there. We're just going ashore to check in. Here's the entrance. We've had a little walk. Seagull is all safely tied up. It's beginning to rain now, but we have had a little walk round to this place down his fish and chip shop. Alan is inside getting us our supper. We are super hungry. Really looking forward to this. As I come in, here we go. And there was me thinking you'd ordered the chips. We've gone for a walk today. It was pouring with rain yesterday. We've come down to the beachfront and we're just having a walk along the coast. This is quite nice. I like the sunshine a lot.
Morning. Beautiful start to the morning. Excuse me. Today's plan is for us to go from Sunderland, which is where we are now, which is on the northeast coast of England, and we're going to go up to Newcastle, which is not far. It's only about 10 miles north of here, to see some friends in the Marina there. So let's hope we have a great trip.
We are passing a lot of debris in the water as we come out. We had really heavy rain and the river's obviously brought down a lot of wood. There's the exit. We're on our way. Nice calm seas, which is what we want at the beginning of the season, especially when we're a little bit rusty. Looking good. Here we go, short trip. So here's Seagull. I have to say, I've left all the fenders lying on the deck. Only an hour and a bit before we end up in the river going into the next marina. So to save myself all the effort of putting them away, which I normally meticulously do, I have popped them on the deck because it just isn't worth putting them all away to get them all out again. That's where we walked yesterday, along the coast. It's interesting looking back, really. Alan on the helm. This side of Sunderland, the other side is more the industrial port, the breakwater. Heading out, no lighthouse on that one, but there is a big flagpole or some sort of pole. Nice day. Nice day. Oh God, look at the size of that log. Some of these are huge underwater. Gotta look out for those.
We're on our way to Newcastle. We're hacking along very nicely. We've only got the Jenny out. It's been gusting at 22 knots. And we've been heeling over very nicely. And Tish is having a whale of a time on the helm.
Well, this thing is huge on the way in. Look at that. I'm not going to miss that. We're heading upriver. That's where we came in, between Lighthouse on the left and there's a small, I think, light on the right. Skipper's on the helm, usual drill as we're coming in. He normally helms. Giant lighthouse, he says. And I do the lines. Another thing that we do when we come in is we always buy an almanac, and we always bring up onto deck with us if we're going into a new marina the Marina guide. The Marina guide is really good because it gives us a really good diagram of the marina, so we can see exactly which of these we're on when they allocate us a berth. It really helps. So we're nearly in now. We'll radio in soon. Quite safely in Quays Marina in Newcastle, and we are doing the thing that we always do to celebrate. We're eating, and we're going to have a full cooked breakfast. Ooh, yummy. I think this is one very happy skipper. Arrived all tucked in safely in our new berth. Now he's got his full English. It's the things dreams are made of.
I was looking forward to a grapefruit.
Grapefruit? That's why you are going to buy you a big
I lied.
box. Good morning all. We are in Quays Marina in Newcastle. This is our berth. We are in a fabulous spot here. Couldn't have been better. That is the lock, the cafe. This is the walkway. And that building there where the ramp is, that's the exit, so we're really close to that. And that's the harbour office. So super easy, super convenient. We're locked in, and it has been a joy to be here. Here's the lock we came in through. Alan has had the joy of operating the lock. Some YouTube friend of ours, James and Gavin, got their own sailing channel here, but one of them works in the office here, and Alan was able to go up and have a go at the lock gates with him. So that was a really exciting event. Try and find some footage for you. This is the toilet block. I'm going to show you how posh these are. Super impressed with these. The facilities here are so amazing. You get your own private little area. And this one even has a bath. I've never known them have a bath. Just wow. There are lots of these individual shower cubicles. These lovely splashbacks. You get your own little private loo. Just super. They definitely get a 10 out of 10. So we're off to pay our bill. This is the lock tower. Big old spirally staircase with these lovely glass windows bringing in all the light. So we're all paid up. We're just about to leave. But if you're interested, this is the holding pontoon on the entrance to the lock. So if you get here and it's not open, You can pop your boat on there and wait. And we're heading out of there shortly and off to the left up the river, out to sea, and we're off to Blyth. What a great day.
We're off. We're making our way up the Tyne. There's a massive tanker ahead of us, which looks very impressive. We are hoping to get to Blyth in an hour and a half-ish, because we're told that there's a lovely yacht club, which is an old ship, and you can get Sunday lunch. So, you know, I'm kind of excited about that.
Well, I am a bit as well, I have to admit. Well, the passage is going really well. We're about halfway there. It's only a very short passage, this one, an hour and a half or so. We just pass in this lighthouse. We keep getting a bit of heel on in the wind. But we're underway, but only with the jib out. And it's just beautiful. It's sunny in the cockpit and warm. If you stand out on the helm, it's freezing. So you can't have it all. But we're doing well. We're doing about 6.5 knots. And we should be there in about 3/4 of an hour.
Rushing towards Sunday dinner.
We are just approaching the VTS for Blyth. There's a little lobster pot boat here, not quite sure what he's doing. But the entrance is over here in this direction, but we're just getting in the channel to go in. The procedure is to radio down channel 12, let the VTS know, and they'll give you any instructions to follow. So that's my next step. It's been pretty calm out here. Alan's on the helm. We're just entering the main harbour now. We've just come within the harbour walls. We have to clear. There's a very sort of long wooden jetty sort of thing on the left-hand side. We've got to clear all the way around the end of that and then come back on ourselves to get into the Marina. So hopefully it'll become apparent as we get further up, because at the moment I can't actually see where that entrance is, but I'm sure it'll be clear once we go past the point where you turn in. We'll see. Quite windy. It's quite gusty this morning. I don't know what we're gusting up to. But I think it's about 18 knots.
18,
yeah, about 18 knots. You can see the pier head there on both sides where we came in. Beautiful sunny day, just lovely.